Trump's use of power for the purpose of retribution. So talk to us a little bit of whether it's Jerome. We have some remarkable scenes in here about, Trump getting frustrated at Todd Blanche, wanting to make Letitia James' life miserable, that he wanted to go after, in very colorful language, Jerome Powell. Talk to us about how we've never seen a president use the levers of government for his own personal agenda to carry out revenge.
So Watergate happens, and after Watergate, there is a societal decision that we need to put in some reforms, and that as a matter of prudence, not as a matter of law, it makes sense that the Justice Department operates independently from the White House when it comes to investigations. And again, what these guys will say is, well, the Constitution says they report to the president. Of course, that's technically true. As a matter of prudence and as a matter of the country, do you really want the President of the United States saying, that guy that I hate, I want you to investigate?
But as
that's
you guys
literally
bring
what's
out,
happening,
though,
of course.
They think that's what happened. I mean, let's face it. One thing that your book did bring out is like Letitia James ran. And one of her political promises was she was going to investigate Donald Trump. I won't speak for you all, but I still, and I said it at the time, I still don't get the Alvin Bragg charges against Donald Trump. So obviously I do understand the classified documents case, but you guys bring out the fact that, I mean, he feels like a martyr and everybody around him feels like a martyr. And you say he was facing economic Armageddon, weeks away from having to pay $350 million. I mean, it really did build. And then the assassination attempt, that has been part of building this sort of godlike, as you all say, this godlike wall around him with his supporters.
All of that's true, but in terms of the effect of it. But the fact is, there is no evidence that Joe Biden was directing any of Merrick Garland's activities. In fact, quite the opposite. They were extremely frustrated with Merrick Garland because he didn't move quickly enough.
Well, same thing with Bragg and James.
But you raised something really interesting, which is the pain is sort of the point. Right, Trump, people say, oh, they haven't been that, quote unquote, successful in the sense that, well, some of these people are not in jail yet. John Bolton is obviously been charged. But for Trump's mind, and he has said this to people, he just wants them to go through the process. The pain of being investigated, the pain of being prosecuted, that's enough, actually. Of course, he would love them to go to jail as well, but the fact that Letitia James has to go through this herself, the fact that Comey, is stressed out about all this, that is emotional sustenance for him.
Wow.